is still a lot of resistance to the cloud, though. You know, people generally, they don't like change, even though change is a good thing. Change is signifies progress, presumably. And yet, when it comes to technology, people like what they know, right? How do you overcome that?
Well, there's a great mixture of, what's the saying? Those who, ignore history are doomed to repeat it. But then the flip side is, learn from your history. Like what things have gone well and have gone wrong, and how do you implement those in best practices? And with the cloud, I apologize for not being buzzword compliant, but it's not all that new of a concept. Companies have been hosting data centers for a long, long time. They've been able to outsource information. They've been able to have people take care of their platforms. What's new about this version of the word cloud, which is wonderful, is the ability for it to dynamically expand, the ability for more infrastructure, the ability for more tools to integrate with it. We have so much better cloud-based integration than we used to. So these companies object to it because they're a little scared about where their data is going to go. Can we let our information out? In most cases, the reality is a giant corporate data center with a company like Oracle or some of their large, competitors. These people have expertise in hosting data centers, hosting security, that your organization is selling products, cars, televisions, medical, whatever your company does. Your company's expertise isn't in IT. Why would you not be comfortable with a company like Oracle hosting your information? Now that said, there's certain regulations or industry standards that may or may not allow that. So I don't want it to be a generic statement that I think everybody should go diving into the cloud, but if you're in a way that if you're in a place where you can, there's definitely benefits.
I think as well from my perspective, I speak to people more and more about the cloud these days, and they just don't understand. They see it as an unexplained beast that's only for big enterprise and is not relevant to them. Is that one of the things that you're seeing a lot as well still?
I think small companies may have that belief. I think you're right. I think you see cloud is this giant infrastructure where, motor companies run or airlines use and things like that, when in reality, it's almost the flip side. A small company can benefit more from the cloud than a large company can. The huge 100,000 person company already has an IT staff. The cloud is a great new advantage to them, but you know what? They could run tomorrow as is. They've got their data centers. Whereas a small company, small being from 10 to 500, these companies don't specialize in having an IT department. They have a new idea, they're selling a new product, they're a cosmetic company, they're a marketing agency. That's what they do. Why try to hire staff to be an IT team when you can outsource all of that now? And so the cloud can actually be a huge benefit to small companies. It's easier to pay for. You can, whether it's how much you use it or how many people you have using it, you don't have to worry about upgrading it. You don't have to worry about new versions. So you're absolutely right. I think perception may be that Oracle, IBM, SAP, clouds are these big companies. But no, all companies should go and investigate it if it's right for them.
And I loved what you said this morning as well about the who is using an outdated piece of software, right? Can you just give me that anecdote again?
Sure, the story goes, and I apologize to whoever I've stolen it from, because I honestly don't remember the first time. I've sort of adapted it with my own spin, but I asked people, okay, who here is running the most current version of X? Let's say Microsoft Office or Microsoft Exchange or an SAP or Oracle system, whichever big company. And maybe some are current, but most people are a year or two behind. It's new, it hasn't come out. And then you turn around and you say, okay, who's using an old version of YouTube? Who's using an old version of Facebook? That's not possible. You go to the website, you get what they give you. And the beauty of that is you have no costs on your end, you have no infrastructure downtime, you're constantly getting new features that you're asked for. So in this world that we live in now, some companies are doing daily, weekly updates, So I'm excited by it. I feel when I look at my iPad or my iPhone or my Android, you get that how many new updates to your apps. To me, it's like Christmas. I go, well, as a Jew, it's like Hanukkah, I guess I should say. But, I look at it and I go, oh, this is the new feature that, so-and-so just added. Let me download their new app. So, I want to keep up with current versions. That's just the way I am.